Okay, we are live.
Yay!
Hello.
What is going on? We're back at it on the Sunday Mad Hatter Sunday hang here in Mad Hatter Land, as we call it, in the land of Mad Hatters.
Yes.
Um, yes. How are you guys doing? Sash and Tosh, how was your week? How was your weekend?
Well, today's been amazing. It's raining here in LA, so I got to go on this beautiful rainy hike in the
Yeah.
morning, which I love gray days and rain and hiking in it. So,
Heck
yes,
yeah.
I'm feeling properly refreshed.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been really nice out here as well. Well, I'm in LA too, so yeah, what am I talking about? Yeah, it doesn't rain too much, so when it does, it's like it's our favorite weather for us Mad Hatters here that are in LA.
In the LA Times.
Yes.
Yes.
How about you, Sash?
Oh, good, good. It is not raining here. I am in Texas. It is not raining, but it is chilly willies. So
Mm.
yeah, definitely some chilliness, but it's good. I like the chilly weather. It's nice.
You get like a nice warm spot by the fireplace with your little doggy.
No, but I did have him on my lap earlier, like while I was editing, and he fell asleep and like the top of his dog head. So he was sleeping like in my lap, long ways, kind of like this, right? And then the top of his dog head just slowly starts like melting off of my leg. And I'm just thinking this dog is going to like in the middle of his sleeping fall out of the chair, right? And instead he just sort of like hooked his dog nose like kind of under my leg. So his head was on the seat of my chair while I'm editing and he's just snoring. Like he was out like a light, just upside down. He just looked like a little melted fluff. And it was so funny. That precious little warm dog
I
fast
didn't know I
asleep.
didn't know dogs could snore. Is this like as loud as a human snore or what is a snore
He's
situation?
I think big dogs can human snore. It's a small snore. It's a little. It's not like a honk shoo or anything like that. But there's like a little rumble. I guess it's this little like almost like he's growling, but he does sometimes like he talks in his sleep, he growls in his sleep, he'll full on like like he's running after something, and it's oh my stars, it's hilarious. They crack me up. They just crack me up.
Yeah, doggies can do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, we're here on our Sundays hang, our weekly hang. So we've been doing this like we're pretty consistent now. This is like our third week in a row, so that's pretty awesome. As per the usual, if you have any questions for the band, definitely ask away. We're here to hang out with you. So like on all the chat, like we're on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. So any point in time, if you want to like ask us anything about anything, feel free to ask, and we will do our best to answer. Um, but yeah, we're like going more and more into like writing mode. We've got we've got some really cool stuff coming up. Um, we are planning on going to Joshua Tree again to do a major writing session and something really excited. As part of that, like we're going to involve our inner circle with that process. So we're really excited to be able to do this, but we're basically going to create what we're calling like a fly on the wall for people that are part of our inner circle to basically be a fly on the wall while like virtually while we're doing our writing, like not in person, but it would actually be we'll set up like cameras and it'll be like a stream, but it'll just be for like inner circle people. So we're really stoked about that. And we're stoked to write. Um, but yeah, feel free to ask us questions and we'll talk some more about our upcoming writing sessions, and all that sort of fun stuff. Um, but yeah, I saw that. Oh, Ellen mentioned that she's glad that we got our card. She actually sent us a very sweet holiday card. So thank you so much for doing that. Um,
We love it. It's
yeah,
awesome.
yes, it's so good.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
actually, Rebecca said that it's snowing in Yakima.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. It's so funny because we were there in the summer. It was so pretty. So I imagine it's really gorgeous with all the snow.
I mean, it's up there, I feel like it's sort of up in the mountains, in Washington. So it's really quite a beautiful area. So yeah. But yeah, thanks for everyone coming on again. Like if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Um, we are here for you and we're here to just hang out too. So yeah.
Jeremiah says that his dog Murphy is a pug boxer mix and he snores too. That must be
Yes.
pretty adorable.
I do love the
cute.
dog snores.
I
Oh, I
know.
bet a pug boxer mix too has like a serious snore.
I love smushy face dogs
I
so much.
know.
It must be the cutest little snorer. And Adam is asking if we're going in with anything in the works, or all fresh and new. And that's a great question. Actually, we are definitely um, um, so we're definitely going to be coming in with some ideas, because we started off the As Above So Below double album in January of 2020. And so, we've released As Above. So this is going to be for So Below. So we have a lot of the concepts in mind. We have some songs I think that are going to be transitioned over from that writing session. But I feel like as well, like we've done so much touring, and when you tour, I think inevitably you start getting really inspired just from so much like other bands that you get to play with, that just the experience of playing together. So musically, I think we're feeling pretty juicy. So we're really excited to just kind of like come in and explore new ideas and flush out some old ones. And yeah, so I think
Yeah.
that'll be really amazing.
That's an awesome question. Because it's always good to go in all fresh and new. I feel like, yeah, like Tosh said, we did do a bunch of writing in January of 2020, but it's been a while, 3 years or so, and we've all had new experiences. We've been touring for a bunch of time since then. Like we're a tighter band, we're a different band. Like, we're always constantly evolving in terms of like what we're feeling inspired by, what we're listening to, like by pretty much anything and everything. So it's always a good idea to like do some new writing. Um,
So Richard and also Rick are asking about shows in Michigan and also Illinois and Indiana. And yes, I am actually like actively trying to find shows in those areas. So if y'all have any suggestions in terms of venues, promoters, bands to work with, I actually have like specific dates in mind that I'm looking for. So yes, any help in that regard is awesome. I'm the one that does all the booking for our band. So and we're actually touring with Adrian H and the Wounds, which is awesome band that we've played with before. They're from Portland. So yeah, we're planning on being in the area in April, May. So yes, very excited to come out there. We're going to be in New York this time, hoping to play some upstate New York shows. So we're currently in booking mode. So if y'all have any suggestions for specifically like East Coast, Midwest, that's kind of the regions that we're targeting this round. And then other regions we're definitely going to get to in the rest of the year. But at least this upcoming tour, that's what we're looking for. So, but we're excited because we actually have some solid dates coming up, for sure in New York and also in Massachusetts. So yeah. Oh, Leon, thank you so much. Leon was giving us a shout out for time. Really grateful for that. That one's really special and near and dear to our hearts. And that was actually one of the songs from our Joshua Tree sessions from 2020. So yeah.
yeah, Time I feel like was one of the first ones we worked on, back in 2020. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was cool to like see that come together. I mean, it like every song just takes its own time, literally and figuratively. It's time. So it's nice to see it come out. When it's done, it's like, okay, now it's time to work on something else. But very excited, especially the music video, like really we loved what Taz Lemaire did, and yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So Carl just joined us.
Oh, yay!
Hey, so
Oh,
didn't. Oh, can you hear? You can't hear me. Hang on.
Yeah.
yeah, we can hear you.
We could hear
Where'd
you.
you go, Carl?
Oh, now
Come back, Carl.
there you
Here.
are.
Coming to you from my vehicle.
Nice.
Yay.
Hello,
Yeah.
Carl's car.
Yeah.
Are you like in traffic now, or you just like stop somewhere and
No, I had a meeting with a potential board sponsor actually, and
Nice.
we're talking about skateboard designs and stuff. So
wow,
Ooh.
hopefully that'll happen so I can save some money. But
that's
Do
awesome.
do you have actual specific designs in mind?
not yet. I was just kind of getting the feel out of what kind of stuff that they do and everything, and hopefully it'll turn into something cool. But I don't know much about it. It was just kind of a first meeting and what we were thinking and all that fun stuff. And I wasn't able to get home in time to get to my office so we could do this properly. But
I love it though. It's like Carl in action.
pretty much, I mean, it's blurry, but we're all the way down here on Fairfax right now. So
Nice. It's
yeah, but it's cool. The guys are cool. It's a lot. It's hopefully gonna turn into something a little bit bigger. And yay!
Awesome.
Yay.
I saw Leon Lee Master in the Facebook chat mentioned that he would like to hear us do a version of Major Tom, kind of like how Shiny Toy Guns does it. What's really funny is we actually have a cover of Major Tom that we play live. We've recorded it, so I feel like that's something we could definitely release. So it's definitely up our sleeve. So that's just really funny that he mentioned that.
Oh, and Bill is asking about Kansas Topeka. And yes, if you have any suggestions for Kansas, I am also looking actively for Kansas shows, as well as Missouri. So yes, if y'all can point me in the right direction, super, super helpful. I'm like doing a ton of research and trying to figure out routing and figure out venues and all that fun stuff, which is like a big old chess game when it comes to tour booking. So yes. We would absolutely love to play there.
And Richard asked, "How did we find the Alice sound?" That's
Oh,
a
fun
really
question.
fun question. Just because we've been playing music together for a while, and we started Alice in 2010 or 2011, I want to say. And when we first started the band, it was a lot of experimentation. Like we didn't know what we were doing really. We didn't have any direction in terms of sound, in terms of like songwriting or anything. It was just like let's just like play some music, and it just sort of like we just sort of playing and writing. And I feel like over the course of years of like playing together, especially like playing shows together, like we're first and foremost, we love live performance. We love playing live shows. So like we've evolved musically, like I feel like after we started playing a lot together. And there's just a lot of a lot of mutual inspiration. And then I feel like through that, we've sort of finally figured out what our sound is. I'm still honestly not even sure what that is, but like I feel like there's definitely like when we're writing, there's like this feeling everyone gets. We're like, oh, that's like an Alice breakdown. Like we all just know when the Alice bridge happens, it's like an Alice something. Yeah, we just know it. It's like this epic thing. So anyways, I don't want to get talk too much about it, but yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Well, I think it's interesting because so originally when Alice started, it was just me and Scott and Gordon, and we were just jamming, and we kind of wanted to make music like with the idea of freedom in mind, just like not defining it or having boundaries, just like, hey, what can we just come up with, right? And Gordon, because we didn't have a drummer, was playing like percussion and drums with his feet, while he was playing bass. That hasn't really gone away. So if any of y'all have seen us play live, you will see Gordon doing tippity taps with his feet. I think he just likes being a human octopus. It's sort of the nature of Gordon Bash. But like, I think we always had a really large sound in mind. Like, we all kind of come from a bit of classical, like everybody comes from different backgrounds, but like, I think there's always been kind of a larger symphonic feel in mind, even if we don't necessarily use like those particular organic sounds all the time. Like we use them in some of our songs, but I think we've always loved like the multi-layered, multi-dimensional sound. And it's amazing that we've just had this amazing opportunity to add in the members that we have, like Carl and Sasha and Steve, that have added to those layers and dimensions in their own unique ways. So like Carl plays cello, but live he plays keyboards with us. And Sasha sings and plays percussion, and but they also bring like dimensions of multimedia. So I think that also informs our sound because we think very visually and cinematically as well, like the idea of telling stories and taking people on a journey. Like we're trying to take ourselves on a journey in a way, I think. And I think it's a perpetual discovery in like what boundaries can we push, and that's always exciting, I think, when we all sit together in a room where we're like, okay, how can we push our last boundary that we just put on ourselves?
Yeah, I love it when we're working on, I'm so excited to get back to Joshua Tree with everyone because I love it when we're working on a song and then we're like, oh, and we could see this happening. And then it's the storytelling art happening on so many different levels all at the same time. And I love that.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of comments and questions and some familiar faces and a lot of new faces in the chat. So like, thanks for everyone joining and hanging out with us. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm trying to actually keep up with the questions right now. Like they sort of start disappearing at a certain point. So I'm just like, all right, looking for more questions.
Oh, I love that. I'm looking through myself. Richard said that it reminds him of Nine Inch Nails, which is awesome. We're definitely influenced. I think Nine Inch Nails has such an amazing, unique way of pushing it, boundaries and exploring sonic soundscapes as well. So yeah, that's awesome. Oh, and Russell, we are on Spotify. It's a little tricky because you have to make sure to put in the AL1 CE. Sometimes, like if you don't put in the AL1 CE, it can pull up a bunch of different artists. So, but thanks for asking.
I'll throw in the link into the chat.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And thanks y'all so much for adding in the suggestions for different places. I'm kind of looking through, and we'll definitely check out the suggestions. Leon, yes, we would love to play in York. We have played in York as Mankind is Obsolete. Would love to play in York again. So yeah, that would be amazing.
Oh, York, Pennsylvania. Oh,
Yes.
that's like that show is forever going to be like drilled into my memory. That was fun. Like Mankind is Obsolete. We were feeling it that night. One of the people in the audience was very excitable. But anyways.
Duke at Kentucky. Yes, Ellen, we would love to play there. Our first show in Kentucky was this past summer. Was it summer? No, it was fall. Sorry, y'all. Time is fluid. We played in Louisville. But yeah, we'd definitely love to play more places in Kentucky for sure.
Yes, definitely. We just played there. We had a fun show.
Yeah, and it's awesome with all these suggestions because there's areas that we've never played, and so it helps us to be like, okay, these are places that we can check out. We haven't had the opportunity to tour as much in the East Coast and the Midwest. Just it's harder to get there from where we are, but we're like, let's explore as many places as we can while we're out there. So yeah.
So yes. But yeah, we're just I'm just going through these comments looking for more questions. So as you think of them, feel free to ask.
Oh, I saw a suggestion for Fayetteville in Arkansas. Very, very cool.
That's familiar. I feel like we've been there.
No, we've never played Arkansas. That's on
Maybe
our
we-
bucket list.
Maybe we've passed through. Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like there are Fayettevilles in lots of. Did we play another Fayetteville? Maybe I'm just inventing a
That's
Fayetteville.
entirely possible. Yes. And we are coming back to Colorado Springs. I can tell you the day. And we haven't officially announced it, but you know, we'll just share with y'all here. Two shakes, talk amongst yourselves while I pull that up.
Talking amongst myself.
Amongst ourselves. Well,
April 22nd. Oh, sorry. Yes.
No, April
Yes.
22nd.
Yes. April 22nd is when we will be in Colorado Springs, and we are so excited. So excited to be back. What were you going to say, Sashers?
Oh, since we were talking amongst ourselves, I was going to ask Carl if his car has a name.
Yes, it does. It is Chloe the Hellbound Turkey.
Of course it is. Why?
My glasses fell apart. Y'all, I need new glasses. This is ridiculous. Yeah, they just like these things are just done.
Yeah,
So much
mine
for
are
Ray-Bans.
held together by a safety pin. I don't know if you guys can see that. That safety pin is it does a good job though.
We're still like, what we need to be talking about this name of your car.
Yes, Chloe, the Hellbound Turkey.
Yes.
Hellbound Turkey.
Okay, so for any people who just know what a car looks like after I say the name of it, it's a hatchback Mitsubishi Mirage. It is a tiny, squatty little thing. It does really good work though. Like I've had this car for a while now, and it's been with us on very many Alice shoots, and it's been filled with just camera equipment, music equipment, anything. And there was just one day where I think I was doing a shoot for somebody else, and I was letting them drive my car so we could get the shot of the car coming into a parking lot. It just looked like a turkey. I don't know why, but that's just what it looked like. And it has just like this ferocious sounding engine, even though it's a tiny little 3-cylinder engine. It doesn't have any power whatsoever, but it makes a lot of noise. So it's like it's a hellbound turkey.
Also,
It just
like
made sense to
turkey.
me in that moment. Yeah. And Chloe, because I was just passing by the street while I was naming it, was like Chloe Street or something like that. And it made sense to me. So
Well,
yeah,
thank
it's just
you.
got the personality of a turkey.
Turkey.
It has a lot of trouble going uphill.
So,
Like I suspect a turkey would. I'm not sure.
I think so. Yeah, I would think so.
have you ever gotten to hang out with a real turkey, like live?
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah. There was actually, it was involuntarily though. We were doing a shoot up in Redding, California, and there were wild llamas, I think, or maybe alpacas. I can't remember which, but they were wild. They were out in the woods, and there were also turkeys. And there was a time we were unloading the grip truck and trying to take the stuff down, and these turkeys were in the way, so they were just kind of blocking our pathway, and they were kind of being dicks. It was kind of annoying because they weren't really letting us by really. So that was my in-person turkey experience.
So they were like full-on turkeys.
Yeah,
Wow.
they are definitely turkeys.
So Sean, we are
So-
definitely going to be in Ohio. Actually, we are confirmed to be in Akron on April 29th. So we'll have details about that for sure. But yeah, we'll keep you posted. We're putting it all together as we speak. I mean, not literally, but we're putting it all together. But yes, we have a confirmed date for sure for Akron. And Brian's asking if we are putting out a concert on Blu-ray. That's a fantastic question. We were just talking about wanting to put together a live video. So that's definitely in the works for sure. We have a lot of footage from our past tours, and definitely wanting to put something special together from the upcoming tour as well.
Yeah, we were just talking about the fact that we actually have the ability to record most of our shows, and we've recorded a bunch of them already. So we're already thinking about putting that all together. So we'll see about making it like a live Blu-ray or something. That'd be really cool to like have something physical like that. So but yeah, for anyone who's just coming in right now, we're just having our Sunday hangs. We are hanging here as we've been doing, I think, for 3 weeks straight. We try to be consistent, but if you have a question for the band, please ask it. It doesn't matter what kind of question it is, and we'll do our best to answer it.
Kind of just spitballing here. Will everybody go on this journey with me? So for the potential live DVD, it would be like, how many songs would we think? Like a full set, or what? What do we think?
It could be like an EP, or it could be like 7 or 8 songs or something like that.
Okay,
Um,
because there are some I mean, it's not necessarily the same thing, but there are some comedy specials that I've been watching lately where these some of the comedians will go on tour and they'll film every single show and then take certain jokes and bits
mm,
from different venues and kind of put them together. What would
really?
y'all think about maybe doing something like that? Like,
Just
so
like,
it's like one song, maybe 1 or 2 songs from a certain venue, and then just
I think
dropping them.
that would be amazing to do like a collection of different venues, just to like show the
Yeah,
variety of places. But yeah, like I know we've been recording a lot, like a video and audio, a lot of the shows. So yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we very well may already have that footage. So
Yeah. Just a matter of going through the audio recordings, seeing what we got, you know.
Yeah, I love that. So Michael says, complete with outtakes and a gag reel. That's very easy for this group because we're so serious.
Very. I'm seriously, you guys. I'm seriously.
Serial. Very serial.
I think
I
we'd
think
probably
we-
end up with more gag reels than live music.
Exactly. It'd be
Usually-
like 3 songs and then just us goofing off. Like
Yeah. We're very serious man.
Yes, yes.
See.
speaking of seriously, both of Carl's frozen faces have been epic.
oh, is
The
he
first,
freezing?
he looks
That
like
is
he's
pretty
frozen.
frozen
It's
right
an
now.
epic face. And then the other one, he was like kind of looking off to the side, almost like there might have been like a turkey there. And I was
Let's-
like, watch out for
let's
the
think-
turkey.
What's the caption for his face right now?
Well, he's having like he just had a deep thought, but then he was second guessing the thought because he's like, I don't know if
Oh,
I don't know about that thought.
his filter kicked in. That's what
Oh, we
happened. He
lost
was-
Carl.
no. Lost
Oh
him.
no, we're sorry, Carl.
I'll wait for him to come back on, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Yay! you're
Yay.
back.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Are we here? Are we
You
good?
are.
You were captioned.
Yes.
I know. Yeah. So all I heard was that y'all were making fun of my frozen face, and I was like, "Yep, they can't hear me."
No,
Okay.
no, we can't hear you. It's a very deep thought space. It was good.
It
And then,
was,
yeah.
yes.
And you did have another frozen face where you were like looking off to the side earlier. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Epic. Now
Yeah.
it's on the internet.
And now it's there forever. Yay.
Mhm. Never and ever. It's never gonna go away.
Deep thought. If only I could be in deep thought a little bit more often.
So
Oh.
Paul is asking if we're doing any shows in Pennsylvania, and actually, yes, we are currently trying to put something together for sure in Pittsburgh, but then we're
Mhm.
kind of open to other areas as well at the moment. So yes, trying to piece that all together. I still have like a bunch of like open dates. Like there's dates that are definitely for sure already booked, and then there's ones where I'm trying to like help get us from like point A to point B. So we definitely have room for more of those dates for sure.
Paul, did you get a chance to see us at where were we? Oh, the Black Forge Coffee in Pittsburgh. I don't know if you were there. But fingers are crossed we could potentially get back there, but we're looking right now, we're talking to people. So yeah.
Oh,
That was oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, dear.
oh, I just said hello to Gary from Vegas and hello to
Hi.
Bill. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yes, it's good to be back.
And hello to Charlie. If you are still in Reno, we are going to be in Reno.
Ooh.
Oh, Matthew is asking what's the inspiration for the makeup we use. He loves it and he's seen similar, but we nail the look and feel. Thank you. Miss Sasha.
Yes,
Yes.
I love this question. Thank you for asking. So when we were doing the 13th Hour album, we put together new artwork and a new song and a new music video that we released every month for 14 months. So that was when we sort of started tooling around with this idea, because the 13th Hour, the story takes place in this post-apocalyptic universe, and Alice, we are traveling musicians, like in real life. Art mimics life and life mimicking art and all of that, and so we are these troubadours in this post-apocalyptic universe, and we wanted to come up with a to visually like unify ourselves as well as sonically. And so we came up with the makeup ideas to make us look like a unit. And so thanks for asking. And it's fun. It's fun to do it. It's fun to do it every night when we're on the road. I feel like it's kind of like a little focus in time, kind of. And so I don't know. I feel like we have a really good time with it. I like it. I feel more comfortable in it. Like, when we show up like this in our regular person faces, I'm a little bit naked. So,
Right.
I mean, I'm wearing clothes, but like face wise. So the end.
I just have to say that like every single show, Sasha does all of our makeup, and it's it's a lot, and it's like we're rushing, we're all having to like set up and do various things, but like there's comes a time where each of us gets to sit down with Sasha and like it's like real talk with Sasha plus makeup, so it's all usually like I'm like passing out because I'm tired or something. I'll just start falling asleep.
Yes. I
Yeah.
actually think on this last tour, everybody fell asleep one time, including me doing my own makeup. Like, just everybody at one point in makeup was just like, did I just fall asleep? Like, yes, you did.
I think the most epic moment for me and in Sasha's makeup chair is in the van. Like, we had an interview, like it's as soon as we got to the location we were going. And so Sasha was literally doing my makeup in the moving van, which, folks, that's pretty impressive. I can't even do my makeup in a still place. So
Well, you were the van was so bumpy. Like, I don't know why that day was the roller coaster road day. And so like Tosh was like holding my elbow while I have the pin, so that we're all bumping at exactly the same time. Like, it was a very exciting adventure.
Yeah, I think I remember that. It's like, all right, it's time to do makeup in a rolling, moving vehicle.
It turned out okay though. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's like that. Like, sometimes we have time and there's time to do it, and it feels like we're like, wow, there's time and there's light. Crazy, right? But sometimes we have 10 minutes and it's like, all right, look, whatever happens happens. And I still think it looks like it's fun and it's interesting and it's different every single night for everyone. So there was one before we had like we weren't settled on the look yet, and there was one night where I think we had like 3 minutes to do everybody's makeup, and so literally we were just painting stripes on as people were going on the stage, and God bless poor Gordon. Like, I just took the makeup on my hand and was like, there you go, and it was just a handprint like across his face. Yeah, bam. Like, and it looked fine. I thought it was interesting.
Definitely had sort of like that like an Uruk-hai vibe from like Lord of the Rings. You're just like,
take that.
Yeah.
So it's been a journey. And then Carl's makeup, Carl actually brought a design for his makeup and was like, I want something like this. And I thought that was so cool. And since you're not in a theater, you can talk about it.
Oh. Am I on Frozen and everything?
No, you're on Frozen. We can totally see you.
Yeah.
Wait, here we go, y'all. All right. Yeah, so what did we originally have though? Like,
Well,
do you remember?
we were doing something different every night, and we originally came up with this little like it was almost like a Nordic style rune thing going on that kind of sort of looked like a cow, but it was like a super metal runic looking, but it had little horns, like, and I was like, oh, it's like Metal Boo. So
Right. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember. Yeah, that's right. That feels like so long ago. My goodness.
right.
Um, yeah, so we were doing that, and then I still remember during one of the LOJ shows that we did a long time ago. I wanted to mimic the makeup that Michael Fassbender does from his version of Macbeth. And I always loved the way that looked. I mean, obviously his is a lot more like gritty and dirty and like war paintish. But I saw it and I was like, you know what? I think that kind of works for Alice. So I went and talked about it with Sasha, and she was very receptive to the idea, which I really appreciated. And that's kind of where we went on with it. It's very theater based war paints. So staying true to the roots.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's always fun. Yeah. And I want to go back to the earlier conversation. I think we need to make a whole channel that is called Real Talk with Sasha.
Ah,
Like
Well,
that's
we got our tour notes. We went through a few of her tour notes last time. I don't think you were on last week, Carl, but Sasha dug up some awesome tour notes. So that was
Oh, real talk with Sasha. It's mostly just
Real
gonna be
Talk
me
with
talking
Sasha.
about how much I love dogs.
That's good
Yeah.
talk.
like squirrel, dog.
Basically.
there was a moment that Sasha, like, it was a little intersection where she wanted to like take pictures of everybody else's dog, and I thought it was really sweet. Most of the people that we encountered, they were cool, but sometimes people were like, why do you want to take a picture of my dog?
Stop looking at my dog, lady.
Sasha had like her own private album of dogs.
Yes, tour dogs.
Tour
Dogs
dog.
on tour. Well, then there was
Fun
that
part.
one time, there was one dog who didn't like having his picture taken. Like people would get their
Mhm.
phones out, and I realized this is gonna sound so ludicrous, but I realized I was like invading that dog's privacy without asking the dog. I was always like, hey, can I take your dog's picture? And people are like, yeah, or back off, weirdo. And then suddenly here's this dog who's like, no pictures, lady. And I just had I don't know. Now I have to ask the dog also.
Oh, gotta ask the dog first.
Gotta ask the dog, right? Like dogs have big feelings.
Yeah.
Some of them don't want their picture taken.
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing?
And we got a lot of animals on this last tour as well.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Carl posted a series of pictures, I think on like one of your Instagram stories of like just the random dogs. If you send them to me, I could throw them up on our Instagram as well. I think
I think I shared them
them
to that little that file that we have for the
all the
tours.
shared drive. Yeah.
But there's also I know there's some alligator photos as
Yeah.
well.
Ooh.
There was the llama this one, or was that a
That
long
was
time ago?
That was
That was
Big B, right?
spring tour.
Oh,
was
right.
spring
Yeah,
tour.
that was llamas and goats.
Yeah, there were llamas and goats.
They were really
Oh, Alex.
cute.
And somewhere in Florida, I got a photo of a giant. I'm not sure if it was a crane or some other long-necked creature, but it was that one was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And yeah, I fully agree with the tour animal photo album.
Well,
So,
Tiffany was mentioning that she was contemplating doing makeup like ours for the show. And I'm like, if there's ever a contemplation, the answer is yes. Yes. And if you need some help with it, we're happy to help. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's always really fun when we see other people's version of the makeup. So yes.
Mhm.
Please get creative. We would love to see it. It's always super fun.
Annalise was asking us what's our favorite post-show activity.
besides hanging out with everyone, because I really love that part. I love getting to, because before shows, it's a little bit hard. I have to kind of be careful with how much I talk before shows because of how much pressure it puts on my vocal cords, and also just all the singing every night. It's like very easy to blow out your voice. But post show, I love getting to chat and catch up and hear how people are doing if I haven't seen them a while, or like meet new people, and that's always amazing. Also drinking tea. I love drinking tea post show, so that's always awesome. And then doing like our recap, because the band has kind of gotten in the habit of like, what was your favorite moment, or what was your favorite song? So
I
that's
mean,
my
like our little like video blogs we were putting up on YouTube.
yeah, those are fun.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely favorite post-show activity. Yeah, I guess it just depends on like if it's right after we get off stage or after we're loaded out and we're like in the van, because like there's some time between the time that we stop playing and sometime and before we fall asleep where like more food is happening. So that's always like one of my favorite things to do after a show is like have tacos or something like that.
How about you, Sash and Carl?
I'm definitely gonna go with the catch and the hang. I do love Carl's like, I am not answering this question. I'm leaving. I love the post-show tea. I love the warmth of it, like I love the warm feeling of the tea after the show and the warm feeling of the catch-ups and the hangs. And so yeah, I think the tea and the hang and kind of the like exhale, because it's been like rush, 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 go, 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 do. And suddenly there's this moment of like, okay. And so I like the post-show exhale.
I also like the post show panda suit. Like
Yes.
I still want to do like a live onesie show.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
gonna be on deck, y'all.
So live,
onesie show.
not streamed. So like
Not
in-
streamed, like in the
Yeah.
real person. We should have a onesie pajama party.
I'm
An
not.
an IRL onesie show. I
So
love that.
there's a couple more mentions of things I'm going to mention. Tiffany was asking if there's a makeup tutorial video. And that's something actually I know, Sasha, you were talking about putting together.
Yeah, I'm so glad you asked. We are going to be putting together makeup tutorials for every single band member's makeup in the very near future. So that's exciting. There is like a time lapse one, but it doesn't talk about what kind of makeup we use and that kind of thing. So, but we are going to be putting them together very soon.
And Tiffany was also wondering when our next inner circle tea time is. So that's something we have to schedule, I think, for this month. So that's for those that don't know, we get together on Zoom, like we are right now, but actually hanging out, like everyone's on Zoom, so we're able to talk to each other for basically as long as we can do it. So if you're in the inner circle, we'll definitely be letting you know when the next one's happening. And speaking of that, like in the very beginning, we were talking about this, but for those like that weren't here for that, we're doing a writing session in Joshua Tree in next month, actually in January. And one of the things that we're going to be doing for that is for our inner circle peoples, offering them what's called fly on the wall, where like basically you'll be able to virtually hang out while we're writing and just be a fly on the wall while we're doing that through Zoom probably. But yeah, we're really excited to be able to offer that. And something that a lot of people have asked about. So yeah, if you're in the inner circle, then you'll definitely be able to take part. So and just to like draw it back a little bit, our inner circle is basically like our own homegrown Patreon, but it's on our own platform. Like we totally own 100% of it. Yeah, it's really fun. It's a great way to help be like really close part of the band and also support us in a really special way. So we really appreciate everyone, obviously, so
Yeah, I mean, I just want to take a second too to just give a shout out to not just our inner circle, but our Mad Hatters and all of the Alice supporters. We're a 100% DIY band, and what we do would not be possible without y'all. So we're extremely grateful for your support and engagement and your words of encouragement. It really does absolutely make our days. Like we'll screenshots, these wonderful, sweet messages and pass it out to the band, and everyone's just like, wow, that's amazing. And it really fills our hearts and helps, keep those sales going. Like we're all human, right? And so some days are not easy. And so when you see those words of encouragement, it's like, hey, this is amazing. Like, let's keep on doing what we're doing, So yes, massive, massive gratitude for that.
And I feel like sometimes it's easy, sometimes, everyone, we're like normal people, like we have our up days and our down days, but it's like when any of us are feeling down, all we have to do is like look in our inbox or, Instagram or Facebook comments, and we see so much love, and we're like, okay, this is definitely all worth it. So we appreciate you guys supporting us in the way that you do. So thank you.
Oh, and Matthew is saying that all goes to us. And yes, it's what I absolutely love about, where we're at as independent artists is that not only does it go to us, but like when y'all make orders, it's us that's like writing the cards and shipping them out. So when I see your names on there, or Sasha or Scott or Carl, like we're all addressing these. We're like little elves. It's like we literally see your names, and we're like, oh, there's Ellen, and there's Russell, and it's so amazing to see your faces in person too, after like knowing how much support that you've given us. So yeah.
Lots of love.
So Adam said that he was at a show where they threw out pillows into the mosh pit. That is amazing. A mosh pillow fight would be so fun.
That's amazing.
We do it at the pajama show.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
so many
we're in our
pillows.
That sounds
jammies.
pretty
Everybody
amazing.
bring a pillow.
It would be our first like pillow fight mosh pit.
Yes.
Or is that the first time that has ever happened?
This needs to happen.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
I wonder if we can borrow that idea. That sounds so amazing.
Pillow fight mosh pit.
Carl, I thought your face froze for a second. Like...
No, it did. It absolutely did.
But it was
in real
actually
time.
But it
frozen.
actually froze.
I don't know why that idea is blowing my mind so much, right? That is I would. Oh my God, that's on par with like tossing out like fake lightsabers or something like that.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Y'all, we're playing on May 4th. I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm just saying. So...
Well, that could be the pillow fight day.
Well, that's lightsaber day.
Lightsabers.
Yes.
Lightsaber day.
It'd be so
What's up?
fun.
But we could still dress up like, whatever character and jump into the mosh pit and have pillows.
Look at my Kylo Ren costume.
Awesome.
Got it.
But
And
yeah,
Rick, thank you so much for hooking us up with the Michigan promoters. That's awesome. Super grateful for that. And Taz, yes, sending much love. Happy that our music helps you get through the day. And hello to Alicia, who just tuned in.
cool.
Paul was mentioning that our music makes him want to write really deep poetry, and that's beautiful. Actually, we've had some people that have shared some of their writing with us, and that's really inspiring. I love the fact that, it's like the Society of Mutual Inspiration, right? So that's one of the most gratifying things, I think, for any artist to know that they can inspire other artists to make art. So please go forth and make amazing
Yes.
art.
And tell us about it too.
Yes.
Join the Mad Hatter Army, and on the forum you could be like, hey, like check this out, check out what I've done. And we have a Discord too, so that's always a good place to talk about like your own projects. And we're like, I'm always like checking in, and the whole community as its own entity is very supportive. So, share away, we love it.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how Alice, as an entity, and us as friends, like we're all about that. Like, hey, look at this thing I just made, or look at this cool idea. And like, I think that's part of the reason why it's been such a like creatively healthy group for us is that we really try to encourage each other's ideas. I'm so grateful to be a part of that. And yeah, we like to hopefully help encourage that in others, because I feel like the world is a better place when you're creative, right?
Yes,
So
definitely.
100%.
So yeah, if there's anyone who's just joining the stream right now, feel free to ask any questions for the band, and we're here, so we're happy to answer any sort of questions that you guys might have. But yeah, we're really grateful to be hanging out. We try to do this every Sunday. And if you're not part of the Mad Hatter Army, make sure to join. That's basically our private community that exists within a Facebook group, and it's also a mailing list where we like send out like a reasonable amount of email, and we have a Discord server. So definitely join up and become a part of it. And we love also seeing our hatters at our shows. So like it's so cool to see like the Mad Hatter Army t-shirts. We're like, this is going to be a good show when we see that happening.
it really makes all the difference. Like when we played in Louisville, actually, for instance, it was a tiny, tiny little show for us. It was our first time playing there. But we had a couple of Mad Hatters, and it just made us feel at home, and it made all the difference. So yeah.
And it's cool too when you go to the show and there'll be two people in Mad Hatter shirts and they don't know each other, right? But now that they see that they are both wearing the Mad Hatter shirt, now there's that connection already. And I just love that. I think that's amazing.
So Ryan, let's see, Ryan Elliott in our YouTube chat mentioned that he saw us at the GOAT in October when we played with Voltaire. And he's just wondering how can he find out more about us in general. So I feel like whenever we get this question, like the best thing you could do is just go on to Google and type in Alice. So it's spelled AL1CV, and you'll get links to basically everything that we have, from our music to Spotify to our Facebook, which is really active, Instagram, TikTok if you're on it. We have all those links within easy access, but just remember to spell it correctly. It's AL1CE, and I'll post some links to like the various stuff too.
Oh, so we were asked when and where we played in Kentucky. We played November 7th at the Magnolia Bar. Yeah, so. And it was a lovely show. We played with the OK and the Dead Speak. And I don't know, it was just a lovely community. So it was a Monday night. Some people say like, oh, you should come on weekends. Unfortunately, there's only 2 weekend days and 5 weekday days. So if we could play, if every day could be a Friday and Saturday, that would be amazing. But it was a lovely little tiny show for us, and a wonderful introduction into Kentucky. I felt like everybody really welcomed us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun little show.
Yeah, it was a very warm show.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling warms, not like hot warms.
Oh, George is asking, I love this question. How did we like the milestone? Okay.
Oh man, Carl, why don't you go? I feel like that's a good one. I feel like you could describe the experience of the Milestone Club.
Oh man, I feel like we all could.
Yeah.
Like talk about like getting to be a part of like music history. I think because there were so much history. I just said it. Just like so much history behind there. Like we heard stories that bands like REM slept on the floor there, and Nirvana played there, and Bad Brains, and their stickers were all over the walls, graffiti everywhere. It just felt very, very. I don't know how else to explain it except it felt very, very real. And if that makes any sense whatsoever.
Definitely.
and the energy that the crowd brought that night was something on another level. Like we had so many, like this entire tour, we had like almost every crowd, whether they were small or big, all their energy was just something to write home about. It was amazing. And I think my favorite bit of footage that we got was from there whenever we were in the middle of our last song. And Tosh, being the amazing front person that she is, got everybody to start like bouncing up and down. Everyone's got their drinks in the air. It just looked like such a party, and it was so cool. It felt, oh man, it felt so real. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I have to interject there and just say that I feel like the electricity was in the air.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just me, it was the band, it was everybody in the audience. It was DJ Spider. I mean, it was my birthday. It was my birthday show. And so she passed out these party hats without telling us ahead of time. Like, I think somehow she found out it was my birthday, you know, it's floating around on Facebook. And so she like secretly passed out party hats, and people were wearing them for the last song. We were playing Love Is Forever. And then we played, what was it? Swamp Thing as an encore. And I mean, there was so much love. I think we all just felt like we were in the bounce house, right? It was like, it was time for the trampoline.
It was trampoline.
Yeah, it was insane. It was like, for some reason, there was a moment at, you know, in the very last song where like the entire venue was just like bouncing up and down. And then of course we were bouncing up and down, you know, so that was amazing.
Yeah.
I was definitely feeling the energy of this venue itself. Like, you know, I felt like I was standing on the shoulders of giants, you know, just like, you know, channeling something that I'm not used to, you know, where it's like, you know, it's like everyone who's come before you have sort of carved the path, and all you have to do is just rock, you know, bring the rock. And that's what happened, you know.
Yeah, we posted our set list from that night on the ceiling as well. So anybody who goes there, I think it's kind of over to the right on the ceiling, because we were I think all of us at some point were trying to jump up and get a sticker up there because we just needed that experience as well. That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that was a fun night, y'all.
Awesome.
Oh, and earlier Linda Marie had asked about if we're playing in New Mexico again, and yes, we are actually planning on being there in May. So I think May 12th is what we're looking at. And to answer the question about Phoenix, we are planning on being there the next day, May 13th. So we're still figuring out like where this is going to be, but I think that that's the idea, that we're going to be in Albuquerque and then Phoenix on the 12th and 13th.
Yay!
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I think we're coming to the end of our hang for today. So we appreciate everyone coming on and asking these amazing questions, and we're just so grateful for everyone here. Grateful for our bandmates, grateful for the Mad Hatters, grateful for the future Mad Hatters. So yeah, this is such a joy, and we appreciate all of you.
Oh, and real quick, just because I Taz mentioned trampoline show, heckin' yeah, that would be amazing. We did play a skate rink in Boise. That was amazing. So yes, trampoline, skate park, skate rink, we are totally all about it. I mean, having a place to have fun together, I think that's like the best kind of show, right? So yeah.
Can we play a skate park?
Yes.
Yes.
I would like to do that.
Let's
That'd
do
be
that.
fun.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Yes. Skate rink, skate park, trampoline show.
But that also means
It'd be
that
hard to get me on stage.
you'll probably just have to have like a MIDI, like what is it called? A keytar, you know, like a.
If the band would allow it, I think we could do that.
It'd be so
Maybe
cool.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I would really. That would be so cool. There's actually real quick before we go, in St. Louis, there is an old cathedral like a big Gothic looking cathedral that is converted into a skate park.
Nice.
And
Oh my
it
stars.
looks awesome. Like it's still got the stained glass, the stone, everything. Like anybody who's out there that's interested in that, look that up because it looks really cool. So seeds.
Seeds. Awesome. Well, everyone, I hope y'all have an amazing week. Happy Sunday, and thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with us.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank y'all for being here.
We'll see you next weekend.
See you next weekend.
All right. Bye.
Bye.